Hey guys, Brady here, and I just saw Live by Night. So this is the new directorial movie by Ben Affleck. He stars in it again, and I was really excited for this movie. I was let down that it was getting terrible reviews. It's like a 32 right now on Rotten Tomatoes, um, and so I walked into it with high hopes. I was gonna be like, okay, this movie's gonna be fantastic, and it was. So pretty much this movie is about Ben Affleck. He's a gangster. It's a pretty by the numbers gangster movie, which is not a bad thing. I love a good violent gangster movie. I love movies like Goodfellas or Casino, movies like that where it's just bloody, violent throughout. This movie is violent, but it's not like graphic. Like when you see someone get shot, you see the bullet go through them, and then it cuts to like a different angle, so you don't really see like the uh, details of injury details. Um, but if this was Scorsese, you'd see the bullet hole wound and everything. Um, but yeah, this movie has a great action scene, like in the opening. Well, it wasn't in the opening. It was like 20 minutes into the movie. There's like this big action scene. You know, the one you see in the trailer where you see that like old 1930s car tumbling down the road. That was a pretty intense scene. It starts off with like a mini shootout as they're driving and stuff like that. Kind of reminded me of the scene in the first Avenger, Captain America: The First Avenger. Although that took place in the 40s, not the 30s, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, and then I don't know. This movie is just kind of the plot was kind of confusing at times. Like it was very hard to figure out the characters' motivations. Like I understood where they were going, but I couldn't really understand how they were gonna get there. They didn't make it clear on how they were gonna get. They made it clear on point A, but to point B, it wasn't really clear enough on how they were gonna get there. They were just like, all right, we're gonna do this, and it just wasn't. Uh, I don't know. It just wasn't understandable. But the movie looks gorgeous. Like the cinematography in this movie is just fantastic. Um, that alone is probably worth me wanting to purchase the Blu-ray for it and watch it a few more times. Maybe I might understand it more. But this is not Ben Affleck's best work. I was really expecting a lot from this. Like I loved The Accountant. I thought The Accountant was one of the most underrated movies of last year. But I don't know. Elle Fanning is in this movie, and she was pretty good. Didn't really have a big role, but she was good enough in it. Also, this also has like a tiny cameo, and I'm gonna say it anyway. Clark Gregg is in this. So we have Agent Coulson, Gamora, Batman, and there's someone else in the movie. I forgot there was like another superhero type character in this movie. Um, yeah, three at least three of the leads in this movie. Well, not leads because Clark Gregg was in like 2 minutes of the movie. He had like one scene. We're in this movie. But yeah, uh, when they throw down, when they have like shootouts and stuff, it's fun to see. But it's just the plot, the whole entire middle of the movie is just very muddled and middling, and it just wasn't as exciting as like let's say the first half was, and then the last half was fantastic. The last half of this movie, there's like this big shootout in like the house. It's like the shootout at the end of The Accountant. Um, the like this one guy gets shot, and the dude like throws the dude down like the stairwell, and he's still shooting at the dude as he's falling. That was fucking hilarious. Um, Although during the shootout, the dude in front of me was moaning sexually, and it was kind of disturbing. I just turned to my friend, and we just kind of started to laugh a little bit because the guy was just kind of like he was kind of orgasming during the scene. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Um, so yeah, that's pretty much my take on Live by Night. Um, I wanted this movie to be a lot better than it was. In some aspects, it's better than Public Enemies, which is directed by Michael Mann. It stars Christian Bale and Johnny Depp, but it's not as but it's not the next Goodfellas or Casino or anything like that. Still has some entertaining parts. Just has like a different approach on like gangster movies. Like I've seen like this has like different types of locations and shit like that. Like different things to see. I know you see dolphins in this movie. I think the cinematography is beautiful in this movie. Not saying that Goodfellas and Casino had great cinematography. I'm just saying that this movie looked great. Also, I think cinematography is a little bit better in this movie. Um, just looks gorgeous. And this movie takes place in Florida, like the 1930s in Florida. And so it was pretty cool to see the state I grew up in. I was born in. Well, it takes place in Tampa. I'm in South Florida. I'm not in Tampa, but it was pretty cool to see what Tampa looked like back in the 20s and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Was it 20s or fuck it? I'm gonna say the 20s and 30s. It was pretty cool to see uh, what it looked like back then. So anyway, I'm gonna give Live by Night 3 stars out of 5. I was really excited for this movie. I was gonna be like, okay, this movie's gonna be great, but it was just okay at best. It's not good, not bad. It's just okay. Um, yeah.